any brand. And white and wholemeal are both low GI.
Okay.
So some parents will go, oh, I want to give my family wholemeal and they just won't eat it. Well, let's be realistic, give them white, and there may be other fibre sources in your diet. But if you can do wholemeal, then great. So in terms of eating carbs in the day, what have you read of the recommendations in terms of your eating patterns? How should you be eating in the day? Just read about that. So we said like cutting down carbs at night, but have you got any idea in terms of sustained energy and potentially fat loss, if that's what you're looking for, or better mood? What are the eating patterns in the day, do you think? Yes, yeah, smaller and often, and that is true. So in terms of, I've done this before, so I'm going to actually then show you some ideas. It is kind of like that. I hope that's not permanent.
No, it's a whiteboard marker. It's good.
Yes, don't you do the test. Okay, so in terms of carbs, you want to kind of eat them right throughout the day. That represents your blood sugar, so little and often. But that doesn't mean that at morning and afternoon tea you eat like it'd be nice Devonshire tea, because some people go, my doctor told me to eat 6 meals a day and it's just too much. We mean, I call it the 3-3-3 rule. 3 meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner. 3 snacks, morning, afternoon and potentially supper. Now if you're that person that doesn't want to eat at supper, that's okay. If you're eating really early, about 5, then you might get a bit peckish. So if that's the case, who finds that sometimes in the afternoon they try to have a piece of fruit as a snack and it's just not enough? Yeah, so for you, you might actually have 2 snacks in the afternoon, and after dinner I'll just do my cup of tea or something, so you can play around with it. And the other 3 is within around 3 hours. So if you're eating around, and this doesn't mean you have to do it religiously, but it's interesting what happens if you don't eat every couple of hours. If you're eating lunch like breakfast like this and lunch like that, and I know you are all aren't retired, so maybe it's all over the place like myself, but let's just give you some ideas of the hours. Of my pensioners will eat right on the dot, on the end of before or after. But you can see there's quite a lot of hours in between. You've got 5 hours in between breakfast and lunch, and 6 hours between afternoon, lunch and dinner. Does anyone find that's where they get caught out when you're running this rat race? It's really hard to keep sustaining yourself. So that's where you go for more of a grab and go snack to prevent you from going here. That's 3 o'clock itis, and that's when you want to go for a sort of an instant fix. That's optional. Has anyone found that they do get a little peckish if they do eat early at dinner time? Yeah, so a little snack would be okay. So carbs are here to stay. It does go to portion caution. And in relation to that, I want to do a little bit of an activity with you, because I did it with my other half last night. It didn't do too bad, but you guys have got a good idea of health, and he has no idea. But I was making him think about it. It was interesting of what food